What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero, and welcome back to another week of the UCL. This week we're going up against the Florida Flygons, coached by Danny. And I'll preface this by saying it's really a shame that Danny's actually not super involved in this league, because he's got a really threatening team. He's got some great mons, and I feel like it could be a really fun battle, but he hasn't really been putting a ton of time into this. And so, to be frank, I didn't put a ton of time into my team as well. Of course, put the usual. I thought about it, looked at his team. You can see a lot of the mons he's got. Immediately, Hitmonlee is threatening. He's got a lot of fighting weaknesses, and what he isn't weak to close combat is weak to Earthquake or Knockoff, and he also never switches. He's I think he switched less than 10 times over the entire season so far. So it's pretty much just send something in and attack what's in front of him, or attack what's in front of me. I'm not going to be playing too hard from a mental standpoint with this. So you're just going to see I've got a lot of setup mons and a lot of threats. Nothing too crazy revolving around passive game or switching or reads and all that. So yeah, Hitmonlee. It's pretty straightforward. I've got just enough speed to outspeed Choice Scarf Hitmonlee outspeeds Mega Alakazam, and the rest goes into attack, and what's left over goes into HP. Do a lot of damage, hit hard, nothing too crazy. With regards to Mega Altaria, we got Return and Earthquake, which, with Return's Pixelate boost, it does a ton of damage to everything on his team. Earthquake is there for Muck. Otherwise, Return pretty much OHKOs everything at +1, especially after Rocks. And you'll see that's kind of a theme here. I'm just going to be hitting hard and whittling down everything to the point where it can just get swept by one Pokemon. Because, to be frank, that's really what it seems like it's going to be. Also, at max speed, Mega Altaria cannot outspeed Mega Alakazam at +1. So I just decided to go with Adamant so that I get a lot of attack. And the 240 speed IVs are so that I outspeed Weavile at +1. Which is probably one of the most threatening Pokemon on his team, especially before a boost. So then we got Jirachi with Iron Head, Zen Headbutt. Actually, not Zen Headbutt. That should be Hard Stamp, because I don't like messing around with accuracy. U-Turn and Healing Wish, standard Choice Scarf set. Iron Head hits a few things hard. Heart Stamp hits. He's got a general Psychic/Flying weakness, and U-Turn also hits a couple of his Dark types. And Scarf to outspeed things like Mega Alakazam, Superior, Weavile, Hydreigon, Infernape, etc. And this could also get me some switch priority, because I don't expect him to switch much at all. Pretty standard. Moving on to standard Crocoon, Scald, Calm Mind, Sleep Talk, and Rest. He's got some really threatening mons. To be frank, this walls all of his physical attackers. The only mons that really beat this are Superior and Trevenant. If it's Choice Banded, maybe Ludicolo. If it's Life Orb, and maybe Choice Banded Muck. But I don't think he even really brings standard Smogon sets. I really am not going to try to predict anything on his part. I've watched his battles, and he likes to bring a lot of the same teams, but what each of his Pokemon has, I have no idea. He's had Lumberry Hydreigon with Tri-Attack before, so after a Calm Mind, Suicune pretty much takes on anything on his team anyways, so figured I'd bring that. And then Heatran, he likes to bring Swampert, so first of all, wanted a Rocker, so because Stealth Rock pretty much ensures a KO on everything on his team at +1 for Salamence, which is ridiculous, but great, obviously. And Hidden Power Grass, if he wants to bring in Swampert on this. Lava Plume for all the grass types he has on his team, potentially getting burns. Toxic for anything that's like Flygon that isn't going to do, or that I'm not going to be able to do any damage to, really. And then I brought Air Balloon just because he likes to, whether it's Earth Power on Hydreigon or Earthquake on Swampert, just to get one extra hit in or to get up my rocks. It's not too big of a deal. And my speed is so that I actually, what is it called? Forget exactly what I outspeed. I outspeed a max speed Swampert at this speed tier. So moving on to the last Pokemon, we got Dragon Dance, Salamence. Dragon Dance, Outrage, Aerial Ace, and Earthquake. Earthquake is there for Muck. Aerial Ace is there for Superior, Infernape, Trevenant, Gallade, Ludicolo, and Outrage kills everything else. So at +1, after Rocks, I do a minimum of 92% to everything. So I can pretty much, if I get him to Draco Meteor with Hydreigon or something like that, he might bring Ice Shard Weavile, though I haven't seen it in the past. He might bring Ice Shard Glalie. But after that, I pretty much get to +1 and just win with Salamence. So that was the strategy there. I'm at 294 speed, so I outspeed Mega Alakazam after being +1. And that should be it. This game isn't going to be too intense. It's probably going to be really quick, and I don't want to go into it too confident. He might have gone crazy for this match or tried to mix it up incredibly, but I'm just going to try and play it super safe, just attack what's in front of me and set up if I have the opportunity and hopefully get another W. But until the battle, this has been Midnight Zero, and this mission is complete.